Hello, this video is going to be about the relationship between this universe and the safety dimension, in order for people to grasp or get an idea of what it is to be in another dimension in relation to this universe, the relationship. So, in this example, we see a diagram here with a sketch of the sun, the earth, and an arrow pointing to an object marked number 1. That is in this universe. Now, if we were to put an object at location number 1 into the safety dimension, which is portrayed on the bottom there, at the same XYZ coordinates in the safety dimension, there is 0 gravity. However, in this universe, object number 1 is subject to the presence of gravity on Earth, which is holding it at this location. Then we've got the planet rotation and tilt with the seasons. And then we've got the planet's orbit around our sun. So, an object placed at point number 1 into the safety dimension, if we were to put it in there, what would happen is, in relation to this universe, our planet Earth, you would have to wait 24 hours before you could collect that object again, if you use the same point that you delivered it in order to retrieve it. Now, if you were to leave it longer than 24 hours, what happens is, then you have to wait an entire year for the Earth to rotate around the Sun back to location point number 1, and then go into the safety dimension and recover the object. So we see the difference. Also, throughout that journey, the Earth is tilting in accordance with the seasons. It takes 365 days to orbit the Sun. And so that's how long you would have to wait in order to recover the object at point 1 in the safety dimension, if we're using a wormhole that only accessed that location. So that is the relationship between this universe and the safety dimension. So we'll look at things a little bit more closely. An object placed at location point number 1 on the Earth. Say we were to put a wormhole directly into the safety dimension. Because of the Earth's rotation, you'd have to wait 24 hours and then open the wormhole again in order to recover the object, which is in the safety dimension. Okay, if we were to leave it longer than that, then you'd have to wait for the object, for the Earth to rotate around the Sun for an entire year before you could recover the same object at the same point. Now, wormholes don't work this way, but I'm just using it as an example in order to show you the relationship between this universe and another dimension. And for this example, the safety dimension. If I were to use any other dimension, it would be literally the same. Unless we had another planet that was in another dimension that was doing exactly the same as our planet. Our next video is going to show more about wormholes. I am the Archangel Daniel, and I'm from heaven.